Probably the most passion and the longest part of my career was spent taking care of children that went through this horrible problem that we called Rye syndrome. It became a passion, really, because of the way the children presented as very healthy kids with no underlying disease, no predisposing problems, got an apparently benign viral illness, and many of them died within a few days. It meant staying at the child's bedside 24 hours a day for as long as the child needed care. The National Rye Syndrome Foundation, they recruited me to become the national medical director for their foundation. We gathered initially specialists in GI, in neurology, in neurosurgery, in pediatric intensive care, in virology, pathology, and biochemistry from around the country. And we met in Midwestern central airports once a month for 2 years and put together a strategy of research, investigation, and treatment. We flew in the morning, flew out in the afternoon, never stayed overnight, never went to any fun places. We were in Chicago most of the time, sometimes Columbus, sometimes Indianapolis, always in an airport because we never had the money to travel anywhere else. We eventually wrote an NIH proposal in the early 1980s, and it was funded in the mid-1980s. And by then, we no longer could recruit patients for the study because the disease was waning. Some of my friends said I should now study brain tumors because maybe they would go away too. My great joy now is going to be to spend time with family. I have 2 daughters who are both married, both have a boy and a girl, and both live in Boston. As you can well imagine, during the early years, family had to take a back seat. Now my focus is going to be to reconnect with my children and grandchildren and spend time with my wife and travel and take care of the dog. I do like photography, I do like walking, I do like exercise. I like reading, and I read a lot. From nonfiction, history, economics, sociology, to murder mysteries. The best series that I've read recently are the Stieg Larsson trilogy. Girl with a Tattoo and Girl Who Played with Fire and The Hornet's Nest. They're set in Scandinavia. They're set in a dark, dingy climate. I grew up in Minneapolis, so it's very reminiscent of being there as a kid.